Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about dividing radicals with the same indices. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So we do have 10 example class for you to really understand how to divide radicals with the same indices. And we will be answering this one class step by step. Alright, so let's start. Now in the equation class of dividing radicals, it says that the nth root of A divided by the nth root of B, you can write this one as the nth root of A over B. So if they have the same index, just simply copy the index and divide the equation inside. So that would be A over B. So let's start class with number 1. So we have the square root of 15 divided by the square root of 5. Of course, they have the same index, right? The index there is 2 for every square root. So we can just simply copy the square root and then divide the numbers inside. So 15 divided by 5, and that would be 3, right? 15 divided by 5, that is 3. So simply copy the square root, then 15 divided by 5, that is 3. That's it, class. That's the answer there for number 1. So if you can divide the numbers inside the radical symbol, very easy, class. Just divide the numbers. Later on, class, we will have example. If you cannot divide, what would be the thing that we will do to simplify that one? So for number 1, class, since we can divide 15 by 5, our answer is square root of 3. That's it, class. That's the answer there for number 1. The square root of 3. Easy, right? For number 1. Alright, so let's try number 2. We have 6 square root of 28 divided by 3 square root of 4. So check, class. Can we divide 6 by 3? Yep, we can divide 6 by 3. So divide the numbers, class, outside. So that will be 6 divided by 3. That is 2, since we can divide 6 by 3. And then copy the square root. That would be 28 divided by 4. So this will be copy 2. So 28 divided by 4, class. What's the answer? That's correct. That would be 7. So this will be 2 square root of 7. That's it, class. That's the answer there for number 2. Easy, right? For number 2. So 2 square root of 7. That's the answer, class, for number 2. 2 square root of 7. Alright, so let's try number 3. So square root of 64. Okay, let's try number 3 here. Square root of 64 divided by square root of 36. So can we divide, class, 64 by 36? Nope, we cannot divide 64 by 36, right? We will get a decimal answer. So the thing that we will do, class, you check, class, do we have the square root of 64? Can we simplify, class, a square root of 64? Yep, we can actually simplify square root of 64, right? What's the square root of 64, class? That's correct. The square root of 64, that is 8. So simply get the square root, class, on the numerator. The square root of 64, that is 8. And the square root of 36, that is 6. So we cannot divide this one, because we cannot use the equation 64 divided by 36. Since we cannot divide this one, we will get a decimal answer. So the thing that we will do, class, is we just need to get the square root on the numerator as well as on the denominator. So the square root of 64, that is 8. The square root of 36, that is 6. So 8 over 6. Now, is this our final answer? Nope, this is not our final answer. Why is that, sir? Because we can reduce our answer, class. We can reduce this one. Now, always remember this one, class, that you always reduce the fraction to its lowest term. Sir, is it necessary? Yep, that's actually mandatory, class, that you always reduce the fraction to its lowest term. So we can divide this one by 2. Divide by 2. Okay, the GCF, the greatest common factor, that is 2. So 8 divided by 2, that is 4. 6 divided by 2, that is 3. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 3. So I hope you get this one, class, for number 3. That would be 4 over 3. Alright, so let's try number 4. So for number 4, we have 12 square root of 63. So 4, I will just put 4 here. Number 4, we have 12 square root of 63 over 3 square root of 7. Alright, so can we divide the numbers outside? Yep, we can divide the numbers outside. 12 divided by 3, that is 4. Then we can divide this one, square root of 63 over 7. So, copy 4, then 63 divided by 7 class. What's the answer class? 63 divided by 7. That's correct. 63 divided by 7, that is 9. So, that would be 4, then square root of 9. 63 divided by 7, that is 9. Do we have the square root of 9 class? Can we simplify square root of 9? Yep, we can simplify square root of 9. What's the square root of 9 class? That's correct. The square root of 9, that is 3. So, the square root of 9, that is 3. You put it outside the radical symbol. You multiply it by 4. Once again, copy 4. Then, the square root of 9, that is 3. You put it outside the radical symbol. You multiply it by 4. So, 4 times 3, that is 12. So, the answer, class, for number 4, that is 12. So, I hope you get this one, class, for number 4. Easy, right? For number 4. So, the answer here is 12. Alright, so let's try number 5. So, we have, let me just copy here, number 5. So, we have square root of 12, x raised to the power of 8, y raised to the power of 10 over square root of 3, x squared, then y raised to the power of 2. Alright, so check the number class. Can we divide 12 by 3? Yep, we can actually divide 12 by 3. So we make this one as a whole. So that would be 12 divided by 3. And then for x, so x raised to the power of 8 divided by x squared. You still remember, class, and the laws of exponents? If we are dividing this one, same base, same x, copy the base, then you will subtract the exponents. Once again, class, in dividing variables for this one in the radicals, simply copy the base, then you will subtract the exponent. So this will be x raised to the power of 8 minus 2. And for y, that would be y raised to the power of 10 minus 2. Alright, so this will be 12 divided by 3, that is 4. So square root of 4. So once again, 12 divided by 3, that is 4. Then copy x. 8 minus 2. So x raised to the power of 8 minus 2, that's x raised to the power of 6. Then y raised to the power of 10 minus 2, that is 8. So, can we simplify this one? Yep, we can actually simplify our answer, class. So, simplify the square root of 4, that is 2. You put it outside the radical symbol. The square root of 4, that is 2. So, you put it outside the radical symbol. Now, for this x raised to the power of 6, what's the square root of x raised to the power of 6? So, can we divide 6 by 2? Because if we can divide, we put our answer outside this radical symbol, class. So, understood that the index there is 2. So, in simplifying radicals, class, do you still remember? If we can divide the exponent by the index, simply divide, then put your answer outside the radical symbol. So, 6 divided by 2, that is 3. So, this will be x cubed. Okay, put it outside the radical symbol. So, 6 divided by 2, that is 3. You put your answer outside the radical symbol. And for y, can we divide 8 by 2? Yep, we can divide 8 by 2. 8 divided by 2, that is 4. And this will be y raised to the power of 4. That's it, class. That's the answer there for number 5. I hope you get this one, class, from 1 to 5. Alright, so let's try number 6. What if we have the square root of 3 over the square root of 5? So in this scenario, class, we cannot divide 3 by 5. So the thing that we'll do, class, is we need to rationalize. To rationalize, class, is we need to remove the radical symbol on the denominator. Why is that, sir? Why do we need to do that? Because in radicals, class, you are not allowed that your final answer contains radical on the denominator. So to rationalize, class, very easy. Just simply multiply this one by square root of 5 over square root of 5. So once again, if what would be the radical on the denominator, simply multiply this equation with the same radical, class, both numerator and the denominator. Now question, why is that, sir? Because if we multiply this one, class, is square root of 5 multiplied by square root of 5, you will get square root of 25, right? And the square root of 25, that is 5. You just simply eliminated the radical on the denominator, class. So that's the thing there about rationalize, class. I have a video for that one, class, on how to rationalize radicals. So feel free to see the link on the description down below, class. We have many examples there, class. Alright, so once again, to rationalize, simply multiply with the same radical on the denominator, class. So both numerator and the denominator. So our next example, class, number 7, same with this one. So let's have more example for this one. So this will be square root of 3 multiplied by square root of 5. That would be square root of 15. Square root of 5 multiplied by square root of 5. That's square root of 25. So we cannot simplify square root of 15. So simply copy. And the square root of 25, that is 5. That's it, class. That's your answer there. So you just remove the radical on the denominator. That's it, class. This will be our answer. Square root of 15 over 5. So let's try an example, class. Once again, let's try another example for this one. What if we have the square root of 5 over the square root of 7? So once again, we cannot divide 5 by 7. The thing that we will do is we need to rationalize. To rationalize, just simply copy the radical on the denominator. Multiply the numerator and denominator with the same radical, class, on the denominator. So multiply this one by square root of 7 over square root of 7. And this will be square root of 5 times square root of 7. That would be square root of 35. Square root of 7 times square root of 7. That would be square root of 49. So, can we simplify square root of 35? Nope, we cannot simplify square root of 35. So, simply copy. So, this will be square root of 35. And for square root of 49, can we simplify square root of 49? Yup, the square root of 49, that is 7. And that's it, class. That's the answer there for number 7. Easy, right? So, that's the thing there, class, about rationalizing. So once again, class, do not divide, class, 35 by 7. You cannot divide 35 by 7 because this 35 contains radical and this one doesn't contain radical symbol. So this is just a whole number. So do not divide, class. That would be our final answer. Square root of 35 over 7. Easy, right? Alright, so let's try number 8. Alright, so once again, class, if you want to learn more about rationalizing, I will just put the link on the description down below. So let's try number 8. So for number 8, class, we have the cube root of 2 over the cube root of 3. So check, class, can we divide 2 by 3? Nope, we cannot divide 2 by 3 because if we can divide, we can just simply divide. Example, class, cube root of 16 over cube root of 2. Can we divide 16 by 2? Yep, we can divide 16 by 2. So this will be cube root of 16 divided by 2. So 16 divided by 2. This will be the cube root of 16 divided by 2. That is 8. And the cube root of 8, that is 2, right? Because you think of a number that when you multiply it by itself, 3 times you will get 8. And that would be 2 because 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. So the cube root of 8, that is 2. So if you can divide, very easy, class, for the cube root. But how about this one, class, number 8? We cannot divide 2 by 3. So what would be the thing that we will do, class? Of course, once again, if you cannot divide, you need to rationalize. So you need to rationalize, class. So a while ago in the square root, we multiply it with the same radical on the denominator, right? We multiply it by cube root of 3 and cube root of 3, right? You still remember, class, a while ago for the square root? But this time, class, we cannot multiply this one by the cube root of 3. Now, why is that, sir? Because if you multiply this one, this will be the cube root of, okay, copy the index, cube root of 3 times 3, that is 9, right? And we don't have the cube root of 9. Therefore, we cannot simplify the radical on the denominator. So the thing that we will do, class, is we need to multiply this one by the cube root of 3 squared. Now, question, sir, why is it 3 squared? Because if you multiply this one, 3, okay, multiply the base, 3 times 3 squared, it will be 3 raised to the power of 3, right? This, so remember, class, if they have the same base and the loss of exponent, if they have the same base, simply copy the base, then you will add the exponent. Understood that there's 1 here. That will be 1 plus 2, and this will be 3 raised to the power of 3. And 3 raised to the power of 3, okay, this one 3 raised to the power of 3, this will be 27 because this is 3 times 3 times 3. And we have the cube root of 27. Once again, we need to multiply this one. Not only 3, it should be the cube root of 3 squared. Why is that, sir? Because if we multiply this one, this will be the cube root of, okay, once again, 3 times 3 squared, that would be 3 raised to the power of 3. And go back to the rules of radicals. If they have the same index and same exponent, we can just simply cancel this out. And the answer will be 3. Alright, so I hope you get this one, class. Once again, for the video for this one class and rationalizing, I do have many videos with the same example, class. So feel free to see the video, class. So multiply this one by the cube root of 3 squared. It should be the cube root of 3 squared, class. It's not only 3, it should be the cube root of 3 squared. So it's different from the square root, class. So this will be, so let me multiply it again. So this will be cube root of 3 multiplied by cube root of 3 squared. This will be cube root of 3 raised to the power of 3. And on the upper part, cube root of 2 multiplied by cube root of 3 squared. So this will be, copy cube root of 2. So cube root of 3 squared, class. What is that? Cube root of 3 squared, that would be cube root of 9, right? That would be the cube root of 9. Why is that, sir? Because 3 squared is the same with 3 times 3. And 3 times 3, that is 9. So this will be cube root of 2 multiplied by the cube root of 9. This will be the cube root of 18. So this will be the cube root of 18. So 9 times 2, that is 18. And our final answer will be the cube root of 18 over, so we can just simply cancel this out, same index and exponent, over 3. That's it, class. This will be our final answer for number 8. Alright, so let's try number 9. Alright, so let's try number 9. What if we have 7 over square root of 3 plus square root of 2? So in this scenario, class, you are dividing binomials. So what would be the thing that we will do, class? So in this scenario, class, just simply rationalize this one. You multiply this one, class, by its conjugate. Once again, class, to get the conjugate, simply copy the square root of 3 and then square root of 2. Then change the sign, class. If this is positive on the middle part, you just change that into negative. That's the conjugate, class. Once again, class, is square root of 3 plus square root of 2. The conjugate, that would be square root of 3 minus square root of 2. Let's try another example. X plus y, square root of x plus square root of y. To get the conjugate, that would be square root of x minus square root of y. Okay, so once again, we need to get the conjugate because we need to multiply this one, class, so that we can remove the radical on the denominator. Once again, class, to remove the radical on the denominator, if you have binomial, you need to get the conjugate. Okay, you need to get the conjugate. We also have a video for this one, class. And I will just put the link on the description down below. So once you multiply on the denominator, you also multiply on the numerator. Alright, so this will be, so copy 7 multiplied by square root of 3 minus square root of 2. Over, so this one, class, is square root of 3 plus square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 3 minus square root of 2. So we will be using, class, the FOIL method. Just remember, class, the FOIL method. So if you are multiplying binomial, class, you always use the FOIL method. So first, square root of 3 multiplied by square root of 3. So that would be square root of 9. Alright, and then outer, okay, outer, square root of 3 multiplied by negative square root of 2. So square root of 3 multiplied by negative square root of 2, that would be negative square root of 6. Positive times negative is negative. Square root of 3 times square root of 2, that's square root of 6. Then inner, so we have square root of 2, positive square root of 2 multiplied by positive square root of 3, that would be positive square root of 6. And then last is square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2. So positive 2 multiplied positive square root of 2 multiplied by negative square root of 2. That would be negative square root of 4. Alright, and then you can just simply cancel this out. Okay, you can just simply cancel this. This is negative square root of 6, positive square root of 6. This will be 0. So cancel this out. And then the square root of 9 plus, that is 3. So the square root of 9, that is 3. And then the square root of 4, copy negative sign. So copy minus sign. The square root of 4, that is 2. So once again, the square root of 9, that is 3. The square root of, copy negative sign. Then the square root of 4, that is 2. So 3 minus 2, that is 1. So therefore, on the bottom part, class, that is 1. When we multiply this one, the answer is 1. So I hope you get this one, class. So this will be square root of 9, that is 3. Then copy negative sign because we just simply cancel this out. Then the square root of 4, that is 2. 3 minus 2, that is 1. Alright, and then, so let me just erase this one. So this will be over 1. So we can just simply remove 1, class, because understood that any whole number, any equation, there is a denominator of 1. So this one, when we multiply this one, square root of 3, multiplied by this one, the answer is just 1. Alright, so we can remove 1, class. That's okay. That would be the same. We put over 1 or remove 1, that's actually the same, class. Any equation, any whole number, any letter, there is a denominator of 1. And then we can distribute, class. 7 times square root of 3. Distribute this one. 7 times square root of 3. That would be 7 square root of 3. And then 7 times negative square root of 2. That would be negative 7 square root of 2. You can have this answer or you can have this one. This is actually the same, class. So you can have this answer, class. You can have this one or this one. This is just the same, class. When you distribute, you will get this answer. Or you can factor this out by this equation. So you can have this answer, class. You can have this one or this one. You can choose, class, either of these two, class. This is just the same. Alright, so let's try. Last example, number 10. Number 10. So what if we have the square root of 2 over 2 plus square root of 3. So once again, you multiply this one with the same radical on the denominator. So copy this one. The conjugate for this one, class, 2 plus square root of 3. The conjugate, that would be 2 minus square root of 3. So you multiply this one by its conjugate so that we can remove this radical, class, on the denominator. So 2 minus square root of 3. And you also multiply the numerator by 2 minus square root of 3. Alright, so this will be square root of 2 multiplied by 2 minus square root of 3. And let's multiply this one, class, using FOIL method. 2 plus square root of 3 multiplied by 2 minus square root of 3. So this will be 2 times 2. First, outer, inner, last. So first, 2 times 2, that is 4. So we're done with first. Outer, 2 times negative square root of 3. That's negative 2 square root of 3. Once again, 2 times negative 1. There's 1 here, class. Do not forget. Do not multiply 2 and square root of 3 directly. This 3 inside the radical symbol. It should be 2 times negative 1. That's negative 2. Simply copy square root of 3. Then inner, square root of 2 times, square root of 3 times 2. That would be positive 2 square root of 3. Then last is square root of 3 times square root of 3. Square root of 3 times negative, square root of 3 times negative square root of 3. So positive times negative is negative. Square root of 3 times square root of 3. That would be square root of 9. So we can cancel this out. This is negative 2 square root of 3. Positive 2 square root of 3. This is 0. So negative 2 plus 2, that would be 0. So we can cancel this out. And the remaining will be 4 minus the square root of 9, class. What's the square root of 9? The square root of 9, that is 3. So 4 minus the square root of 9, that is 3. So 4 minus 3 is still 1. When we multiply this one, the answer is just 1. Alright, so denominator is just 1. So we can remove 1, class. Understood that there's 1 here. So we can just remove 1. Alright, so you can have this final answer, class, for number 10. That's it, class. That's how you divide radicals, class, with the same indices. So you can actually distribute this one. You will have the same answer. Square root of 2 times 2, that's 2. Square root of 2. Square root of 2 times negative square root of 3, that would be negative square root of 6. So you can have this answer, class, or this one. It depends on your teacher. You can have this answer or you can have this one. For me, class, either of these two are acceptable. Alright, so that's it, class. That's how you divide radicals with the same indices. I hope you learned something new today. So once again, if you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, class, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.